How can he do that when even when he does his jingle, he can't even use the whole sentence?
My name is DJ Tate.
Every time I heard it, I'm like, is bitch, is. My name is DJ Tate. Like, I am.
My name Tate.
Tate can't do English accent to save his life, man.
We are here again for another episode.
You try.
No, you can't do an English accent to save your life.
You know, four of your favorite DJs. We've got Levels, Kal-I, Supa Nytro, and we are here to just, talk amounts. How's everyone's week?
I suppose you're
Supa Nytro, yes.
You're talking to me because you're looking at me.
Yeah.
Brother, come on for your phone.
I'm on ChatGPT trying to search.
Every podcast we've done, you've been on your phone.
Why? Are you dealing drugs over there? Or what?
It's X videos he's on.
Oh, is it?
I'm not having that against my name.
Prove it! Week's been all right, man. Week's been all right. Yeah.
Levels?
Yeah, my weeks are always good, man. I
you-
live a good life. You know,
Do you?
Inshallah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah,
I love that. Astaghfirullah.
all of that.
You don't know what we're talking about. Look at you.
No, I don't.
Inshallah.
See, it's a secret language that we speak, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Kal-I, how are you
man.
doing?
Yeah, man. Week was good. Very, very good.
Yeah?
Glasses, man.
Well,
How was your week?
My week. I want to know why these planes falling out of the sky. I was on a plane this weekend. Normally, as I reach on the plane, I fall asleep.
Yeah.
Not this time.
So
Not this time.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's a conspiracy? Or do you think it's just coincidence?
Nitro. Huh?
I think Kal-I is the man for experience.
I think Kal-I. Kal-I, why you think these planes falling out of the sky? I think it's the Mexicans.
Yeah, Trump sent them home, man.
It's all happening in
Now
America.
there's no air stuff because most of them have been in America.
Oh,
Trump sent them home. Like, Trump's been sending planes to El Salvador.
Yeah, bruv.
It's all happening in America.
Bruv, it's weird that all of a sudden
86 planes
just
since the beginning of January, since the beginning of 2025.
just dropping out the sky.
That's mad. That's more planes than days.
Yeah.
Significantly more planes than days.
I didn't even think about it like that.
It's almost like 2.5 planes, or just
Do
under
you
2
think
planes.
America's gone from school shootings to other hustles now?
Wait, what?
It
the
could be.
hustle?
It could be.
No,
I don't think they'll ever give up the main hustle. They'll never give
If it ain't broke.
ARs,
Don't
Glock
make
9s,
sense.
Smith & Wessons,
That's true.
9-year-olds?
9-year-olds,
Yeah.
toddlers, black people in churches. No.
Wow. They don't shoot up. No, they don't shoot up black churches.
Where have you been? Dylan Roof.
How much years ago was that?
It was like 3 years ago. And then they had the guy that was from, that drove to New York, was it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's
You're
consistent.
right.
What are you talking about? If it's not shooting, it's lynches. Keep up, man.
They active.
You'd think I would know if I was living in the South.
You know?
Basically, you know, once upon a time, black people were slaves. So I never knew that as well.
Did they tell you?
I never knew this.
He probably grew up as a king in Vincy, innit?
You probably did, yeah.
Yeah, he probably had slaves.
Coming to America, man.
What?
My name.
Good morning, America!
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, it's a no.
Vincy Royalty.
English.
Why do you think the planes are
It's a
falling
no.
I really don't know. I find it very, 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 very strange. Like what? The Toronto plane land and flip over. I've never,
that's
ever
mad.
seen a plane do that.
You don't play Grand Theft?
Yes. And it don't do that in Grand Theft Auto. It don't do that.
No, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. I don't know.
Like it backflip. That is somebody out there needs to have a
You see the video of the
conversation.
red that coming out the plane?
Who said, "Oh my God,
The one
I've
that
been
was
on that
videoing.
plane."
Turn off that phone. And the woman grabbed the next one back and
Oh, bad woman, push
yeah,
her out. Yeah,
and push her out the window.
Oh, I never see all of that. I was watching Montoya.
If she's
Whoa, buddy. Yo. Whoa.
Whoa. Pause.
no Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Diddy.
You was watching what?
Porn. That's what it is. It's porn.
No. I was watching the the greatest viral video going on right now.
Why? What makes it the greatest?
Huh?
What makes it the greatest?
There's
It's the fact that I've learned
Dominic's retired.
Spanish from watching this video.
And Dominic's
Okay.
retired. It's been over 12 years for Dominic Solano.
Hey, yeah, that's true. We need a new one.
Oh yeah.
We need a new one.
His picture's not even used anymore.
Yeah, I'm
I have the arms ready every Christmas, mate.
Huh?
I didn't see it.
I'll bring it back up this Christmas.
I brought it out last
I think we gotta let the guy
Christmas.
rest, man.
Nah,
I
man.
swear he moved country.
man.
Where were
must
you
have.
when that happened?
Where was I? I was at Tim Westwood party that night.
He's another. Anyway.
Well, anyway, where were you when that happened? The Dominic Solano. You
It was,
can't remember?
what year was it? 2010, right?
2013?
No, I think it was 2010.
It
No,
was newer than that.
2013, 14, something like that.
I can't remember.
No,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 2010. I was
Hold
I
on.
feel like it's more your. closer to
Nah,
that
it
time.
was 12,
Nah, I don't
13.
know.
Yeah, 12, 13, bro.
I don't know. All I know is he was enjoying them stairs, boy.
Listen
Chat
to me.
Let me ChatGPT. ChatGPT knows about him.
I remember when I saw that video for the very first time. I was like, I recognize them steps. Them is the steps by Westminster Pier.
Oh man. Oh man.
Because we used to play boat rides from Westminster Pier. So I said, nah. Then second night, they're like, hold on.
No, 2014.
Yeah.
Man.
Where was I at? Yeah.
Yeah, where were you? Were you even born?
No, I'm still young.
Wow.
I'm still young.
Jeez, they're not that young. bro.
2014.
Beat you in the Beanie Man clash though.
Bro.
That 2014, New Year's? I think Coronet.
I don't know.
Coronet.
Actually, I
Oh
know
no, what was I
in
doing the
Wolfham's
New
still.
Year's? I don't even know what I was doing in New Year's. I was playing out, but I don't remember where.
I think I was correct.
But I remember it's like days after I see the video and I was like, wait, what? On Westminster Pier steps?
Houses of Parliament.
And Brudging, that's the part that catch me,
the lip licking.
Like, said they, you don't waste your food.
Yeah, but he must have moved country though.
I
He
think
changed
he
his
did.
name. He
He
must
did.
have gone
He
depot and
did.
changed his name as well.
Yeah.
It had a whole heap of conspiracy though about the girl from what she was in Leighton and she parents and killed she. I heard a whole heap of weird things about the girl.
I heard that.
And I was like,
All
that's
but-
sad.
But there's a more current one. We're discussing a very old one, but there's a more current.
Oh, you're
In
talking
fact,
Montoya?
There's two current ones.
What's the second one?
The prison woman that was.
Oh, yeah.
She got sentenced recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the lady
yeah.
that had sex in a prison. And,
Yeah.
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 I mean,
And then you've got Montoya, who ran a mile
I mean,
to cry in Spanish.
You see me, I live a very peaceful life.
Same.
uh-huh.
So you would never see these kind of occurrences happening with me on
Same.
not even in life, but on camera for everyone to see.
Same.
I'm
She
very
belongs
good,
to the
man.
streets, bro.
Yeah,
So
guess
I wouldn't go into a dating show anyway. I wouldn't go on TV. Like,
No, I'm not desperate.
Yeah, I'm not.
So you won't go on a reality
some people
show?
go on them not for
Go on a reality
some people
show.
Go on
Yeah.
You're
them,
insane, no?
Some
Really?
people go on them for just to get.
I
the
do
foot
not
in the
want
door with
fame.
certain things.
I
I
still
want
won't do it.
money. I don't want fame.
I'll get
What
to
if the
know
reality
way.
show is a gateway to make money?
I'll figure it out.
I
As it
don't,
should
I
be.
don't want fame. I don't
I'll
want
figure
fame.
it
All
out.
right.
Anyway.
If it's something like the Traitors or
Which traitors?
the game show,
The game show.
I'll go on something like that. I'll go on one. It's like a not reality TV, but it's a game show.
What is it about?
People, it's like Wink Murder.
Bro, I don't watch TV.
Have you played Among Us?
No.
You know what it is?
No.
We can't explain it then.
All right. No, because I was on the way here, I was thinking, how much money would I have to be paid to go on
Montoya.
a dating show?
To be Montoya.
To be Montoya, like like how much money would that be to you for you to embarrass yourself like
Most
that?
of them don't even get paid.
No, there's
Most
no
of them
money.
it's free. Most of the time it's free.
Yeah, but I'm just asking you a number.
It's not-
No
I
amount of money.
wouldn't do it. It's
No
not-
amount of money is
Yeah.
enough for me to
Yeah,
embarrass
it's not
myself.
enough. I wouldn't do it.
Intentionally. None. No,
Even that thing where they're doing the pop the balloon, find love ticket.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
not
I'm
on
not doing that.
I'm not no
I'd
likey,
rather-
no likey, pop
I'd
balloon.
rather
No,
work
no,
in
no.
McDonald's and be like, would you like extra chips with that?
Yeah, I hold back the sauces and give them one
100%.
sauce on that.
I'll make you beg for barbecue sauce.
please.
Yeah,
20p.
The funny-
20p. Inflation, a pound of sauce. man.
The funny thing is, because that you brought up McDonald's, because one of the topics I forgot to talk about to say is the Stormzy situation.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Right? Where they're saying now what he delete all his Palestine stuff
He
off his
claims that's not true though.
They claim he was
regular
archiving
clear
posts
out.
from
Yeah,
before.
regular clear out.
But it's a tricky subject, isn't it? Because so they offered other people the deal. They offered Centrals. So I think Stormzy's deal, from what I read, was 4.5 million to sell chicken nuggets. Who's not taking that? Away from the Palestine stuff, people say, "Oh, you know what? It doesn't align with his brand. He's into fitness." Look, no one in this room would decline 4.5 million to sell chicken nuggets.
Nope.
Away from the Palestine stuff, yeah. But this is the issue now. McDonald's is a franchise. Anyone could open one here. The Palestine issue was a case of there was a McDonald's in Israel that was supporting the IDF. McDonald's then bought back that same franchise, and it's no more because the backlash was too much.
Okay.
So McDonald's isn't the issue, Peter. But the thing is with social media, social media, you've got to kind of feed into people's perceptions of things, whether they're right or wrong. So, and this is why I rate Central C's manager, because he spoke about this on Instagram. He was like, we were offered that deal. So basically, I knew this was going to happen because he spoke about it on Instagram last year. And he has a private page, and he said, look, we've been offered this deal by McDonald's. Do you not think we should take it? He did a poll on his private Instagram page. And I think a lot of people said,
Did
no.
he say what the deal actually
Yeah,
was?
he says McDonald's wants to do this, blah, blah, blah. But what do you not think? Do you not think there'll be backlash? And I said, look, there'll probably be backlash, but a lot of people don't know how McDonald's run, so it'll probably be fake outrage. He predicted it all, so they declined the deal, which I thought was smart, and it put of integrity on their part as well. Because to decline, I think he said their deal was 3 million. To decline that, it's a lot of money. So obviously Stormzy's taking the deal now. I just think Stormzy's PR team could do a lot more than what they've done. And the thing is, I personally cannot ridicule Stormzy or get onto him, because what he's done for the black community, how he's given back over the years, like all of a sudden everyone's forgotten that. But the whole, if you're, look, Palestine, I'm not negating or diminishing anything that's happened with the Palestine movement and what's going on with Palestinian people. And listen, my heart goes out to them. But taking that step aside from Palestine, I am taking 4 million to sell chicken nuggets, 100%. I would not turn down that deal.
I was speaking to my brother, he's in Atlanta, and he was talking about it, and he's like, oh, he sell out. And my opinion is, again, as you say, not taking away and diminishing the plight of the Palestinian people and what's going on over there. But my thing, a lot of these internet protesters and these internet activists, these, hashtag
social warriors,
whatever, social warriors is, in 2-3 months' time,
They've forgotten.
they're going to forget all about that and move on to the next hashtag. But then in 3-4 months' time, I have 4.5 million, which I could then turn around and continue doing my philanthropic work. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm coming from. So that's why this whole thing about him selling out, I'm just like...
And there's this notion that people are running with as well, which it's ignorance, but it's not people's fault. Where, because when people say, no, but any normal person would take that much money to sell it, and people are like, but Stormzy's not normal, he's rich already. People have this idea that once you're rich, you don't need more money.
Yeah.
Like your lifestyle doesn't creep up to start spending more money. Like you're not looking after more people. People think, he's rich already, but how many people is he looking after?
Exactly.
How much is his monthly expenses? So of course he needs more money. He needs more money, probably more than us, if he needs to stay afloat.
True. What is, I saw that a quote that Jay-Z said. It's it costs money to have money.
Yeah.
It costs money to
a
have
good lawyer.
because,
Gotta get a good lawyer, a good household in the sticks, so no one's up your ass all day.
well, first of all, you have your children. Your children can't go to no.
If you're in a London, nobody will help your ass. Yeah. So if you go out
Not
there,
a soul.
if you're out there in the sticks and the sticks not help you, and listen to me.
What?
Move. Baby oil. No diddy. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Slap that one right there. Man.
Oh my God. What?
So then that leads me on to a very good question. How much money is enough money? Because if rich people are rich already and need more money to maintain their lifestyles, how much money is enough
I
for
think
people?
income is more important than one sum.
Well, how much income is enough then?
Depends on your living expenses. Are you talking about me personally right now? I was in
Arbitrarily.
today, and then someone said you can't work for the rest of your life, but to live comfortably. I'll be greedy and say, give me 20 grand a month. Do I need 20 grand a month? No one needs 20 grand a month.
25 what?
Grand.
Oh, okay.
Or 20. I said 20 grand, but no one needs 20 grand a month, really. Like,
Why not?
Well, it depends. Depends on your expenses.
yeah, but no one needs those expenses. That's what I'm saying. You
I
can
don't
have
know why
them,
people
but
keep saying that.
no one needs those expenses.
It's like you
depends.
create your expenses and then say, I need
Exactly
this
that.
much money for my
Exactly that.
expenses.
It's all a choice.
Bro, put down the
It is.
Maserati,
Listen,
get a
but-
smaller house.
Exactly that.
You
You
don't
don't
need to do any
You
of that
don't
stuff.
need to, yeah.
No, it
even,
depends.
I've got bare kids. No one told you to have
No
bare
one told
kids.
you to do
No
that.
one
They're
told you
there
to have
now.
bare kids.
They're
You
there
decided to
now.
have
The
bare kids.
sweetest thing to let
They're
it go,
there now,
no?
And I've got to feed
Annie? Palmer.
Listen.
Settle down.
No, the way I look at it is, it depends on, first of all, your mentality of what money is and what you consider a good life. To me, I'll say a good life is me having a house where I can have a room for my DJing, that I can play music as loud as I want. Obviously not club levels, but loud enough that I don't have any neighbors that's going to call police on me. Kal-I. Right? I want to have a room where I could have my movies, watch my movies.
So how many
And
rooms do you want then?
I'll say a 4-bedroom house.
Okay. And then
But my problem
you
is
could ideally convert any of those into whatever you
into
want.
whatever I want. What I need a big yard.
Okay.
I want
That's in the backyard?
a big, I want a backyard because I think I want a pool.
a pool.
In England? Heated pool?
Yeah.
Okay.
In England, though, with bugs.
Probably
Bro, I'm from St. Vincent. Millipede and centipede walk up and down my skin,
Hear that, but a
normal.
pool in England, it doesn't slap, bro. A
So
pool
where
in
would you
England-
want to live then?
Well,
With
you'd
your
have to have a
25
house,
a year, with your 25 a month, where would you live?
I'm not living in England, bro.
So where?
Somewhere hot, but I'm not living in England.
I don't know.
You think I've got 25 grand a month coming in? Do you think I want to wake up to grey skies?
It makes sense.
It makes and you traffic everywhere. 20
20
miles an hour.
No. I'm
Congestion
I'm
charge.
living.
That's London.
Where I live, my
In the
house.
six, they don't
I'm a
drive that slow.
homebody already. I ain't staying nowhere. I ain't going out nowhere. Why going out? Everything in my
So
house.
you had any choice in the world to live anywhere, you would stay in London.
Right now, honestly, yeah, I'll stay in London.
What about you, Kal-I?
I like Gambia.
Have you been there?
Never.
The question is, where would you live?
Where would I live?
Somewhere in the Caribbean with the
I like Gambia.
with the 1%ers and police protection.
Either Gambia or Tobago.
That's me.
Gambia or
Mustique.
Tobago.
So you're going Mustique then?
Huh?
You're going Mustique, St. Vincent?
No, bro.
You know about Mustique?
No,
Oh, the
no,
small
man.
island.
Yeah, Mustique where only the
Tell me
Queen,
more.
the Queen have land. So Michael Jackson, LL Cool J, Whitney, not Whitney, what's the name? Oprah. Yeah.
I said Humphrey. That's just one of the Oprahs, you know.
Oprah,
Humphrey.
and Mick Jagger. So it's it's have St.
Mick
Vincent
Jagger.
and the Grenadines. We have the little islands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mustique.
Mustique is the only island that we as locals need permission to go to.
Oh,
It's
mad.
private. It's private.
It's a private island. It's not like they're gonna tell you no, but you still kind of
Where you going there for?
no, not when you're going there for, but you kind of have to going
Oprah,
down.
Oprah text me.
Yeah, we're going to
Yeah,
Mustique.
Oprah,
So down there is like this private island.
Yeah, but that's the same
And
in
it's
like Anguilla. There's part of
huge.
Anguilla that's
Yeah.
like that. There's loads of little islands, excluding the Jeffrey Epstein Island. Excluding. Let's not.
Leave that alone.
The 1%ers have some filthy habits as well. So
Yeah.
Boy.
Well, levels is like levels is like wait a minute. Levels. Even in the glasses, I could see levels going.
deviation.
But now, like I said, I'm just saying me currently.
Yeah.
I grew up home, and I'm not ready for that life yet.
So where would you live?
Probably a Potter's Bar.
So you live in the UK?
Yeah.
Potter's Bar.
Yeah.
Why? Of all the places.
Have you been to Potter's Bar?
No, I drove past it.
Well, it is a beautiful part of London.
Better
that's not even
better
London.
than him imaginarily living in
It's not even
Gambia.
London.
Well, yeah, it's just outside
It's not
London.
better than Gambia. No.
I never said
I don't
that.
know.
I never said that.
So where would you
For me, right here.
stay in London?
Yeah, but I would commute. So I would have a property in the Caribbean, and I would stay 3 months here, 3 months there.
6.
No, 3.
Avoid tax.
No, 3.
So what's keeping you in London? Is it the daughter? What's keeping you in London? The daughter.
I just like London.
I love London.
I think it's an amazing city.
It is an amazing city, but
And
I just hate the weather.
Huh?
I hate the weather.
Yeah, so I would commute. Yeah, I wouldn't live in
3
Dubai
months
or
of
something
summer,
like
you'd be
that,
here.
Dubai.
Yeah, that's
Alright, honestly, Dubai is one place that doesn't interest me
but-
one
cool.
bit.
Neither me.
I don't even know if I'll take a DJ book in there unless the money's got.
I would go. I would go to Dubai, but it's not a place I want to
I
live.
want to visit.
Yeah,
I don't even wanna
I don't
visit.
want to visit.
I don't
No,
want
But
to.
I would if,
couldn't
if
care
a
less.
DJ booking came up, I would take it.
Yeah, if it came up,
Yeah, but it's
and
not. It's
the
not on my
money's
to-do
good.
list.
Then
It's
yeah,
not Malaysia. It's not Singapore. It's not Japan.
Nah, I want to visit.
It's not Bora Bora. It's none of those places.
like, yeah, those places I want to visit, but to live, like, I'm studying places that I've been, that I'll be like, oh, I can live here.
Yeah.
No,
I couldn't live in America.
I used
depends
to.
on the part.
I couldn't live in any of America.
I
Why
used to.
I
as well.
used to.
I just don't like.
But state by state, it's different though.
I know, but it's all the same to me.
The thing is with America, if you've got no responsibility or you're a child or whatever, then it's all right. But then once you learn things,
I just can't live there.
you'll,
The political
you get
climate
savvy.
is just too much for me. The political climate is just too.
Yeah, because you know
Miami
once you learn
or New
things,
York. Miami or New York, I could do.
I could stay
Miami,
because
no. Miami,
when
I would
could
not
stay
like.
in
I used to
those
live
places, I
in
couldn't
Fort
live there.
Lauderdale.
What's wrong with
Miami is a no-no for me.
Why
man.
is that?
Because you were poor.
Florida.
Huh?
Because you were poor.
No, not that part. It's the
Florida.
Florida. Well, Miami to me is just like, all right. I used backtrack before you reach Miami. I used to live in Daytona Beach. You know about Daytona Beach?
Yeah, sidetrack.
When you hear Daytona Beach, what do you hear? Party town and whatever, right?
I just hear Pusha T's album, Daytona.
Okay. Right.
Car racing.
Yeah. Oh, car racing.
Yeah,
right?
car racing, car racing.
Daytona, that only happens 1 week of the year. See, for the rest 51, it's the most racist retirement old people you'll ever meet. They'll be driving down the road in their yellow Corvettes. I remember when niggas couldn't cross the street.
Good times, good times.
Yes.
Good, great days.
I've got like nearly all the racist things that have ever happened to me in Florida.
Like what?
I was riding my bike. So I used to go to university there, Embry-Riddle. And I was riding my bike from the club. I forgot what the club was.
How's that
Pause. What? What's wrong with riding on a bike? What's wrong with riding my bike?
Like a bicycle.
Cartel side.
Yeah, my bicycle.
Cartel side.
Jeez.
Yo, listen.
You are physically fit.
Yo, no.
Forget that. Continue the story. You were pedaling on a cycle.
So here's where we're gonna cut again.
Every week you have to cut.
Anyway, carry on with your story.
You're pedaling on a cycle.
You were commuting
I was
by a
On
pedal
a
power.
two-wheeled, manually powered vehicle.
I was on a manually powered.
Me being the man, that's his powering.
Mode of transportation.
Yes.
At 3 o'clock in the oh, that's even worse. 3 o'clock in the morning.
Carry on. I'm so sorry.
And so there was a shortcut between this gated community. But because a couple of the kids that come to my school, they live there. So I'm growing up in St. Vincent where we are accustomed to just
Cut through the
shortcut.
shortcut.
You just cut through the shortcut and go. So I'm cutting through now, and then some police pulled me over and asked me, why am I riding through this place? So I said, oh, I'm just going to Riddle. I live in Riddle. And they asked, do you live in Riddle? I was like, yeah. So they was like, do you have ID? I only had my student's ID because it was student night. So show them my student ID. They said, do I have any other ID? I was 17. I was like, yeah, it's in my passport is in my dorm room. They were like, so you have no proof that you're going to Riddle? I said, you have my student ID. Yeah, you could have made that. I said, okay, well, how do you want me to prove? We'll have to call the student union. So they call the student union, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's there. Oh, well, guess what, sir?
You have to be arrested.
You have to come to us. So I sat down on a bench in the station until 8 o'clock in the morning.
For them to phone the student union.
to know that I was from Riddle.
Contact a lawyer?
I'm 17.
Well, I knew about lawyers at 17.
I didn't have a cell phone.
Should've
Yeah, them time they cell phone wasn't
This,
about like.
I won't
This is
say
the
what
80s,
year
bro.
this was.
Man said Back to the Future, you know.
Man said it was the 80s.
Spandex. You're so disrespectful.
But
So
yeah,
disrespectful.
you know what I mean? Like in going, even in Riddle, I went to sleep, woke up with a Confederate flag over my head. Didn't know what it was. I was like, well, I just saw it on biker jackets.
Riddle.
Embry Riddle.
Riddle me this.
What is that?
Funny story is that's where the pilots who trained in the 9/11, that's where they're trained.
What Riddle?
Embry Riddle Aeronautical University, Daytona Beach, Clyde
Oh,
Morris
yes,
Clyde Morris Boulevard.
Anyway, I just want to live in America.
32114.
What we saying? We got Miami in October.
100%. I just want to live
I
in America.
probably will be there.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you're flying out now. Who is this new one? Who is this new guy?
What do you mean?
Last year you didn't fly. You didn't want to fly anywhere. No, I don't go on holiday.
Last year I nearly filled a passport
Hold on.
Yee.
Booking wise, you booked in Miami.
for Uber.
I'm talking about Carnival.
Yeah.
Oh, probably not.
Why not?
Miserable guy, bro.
Too close to home. I don't enjoy. This is gonna sound really weird. I don't enjoy carnivals. I don't.
What, certain carnivals or all carnivals?
I don't enjoy carnivals where I have to be DJ Tate.
So you want to wind up on girls and just have
I
fun
want
and
to
let loose?
enjoy, yeah. And
Nah, I'd rather be the DJ.
I can't do that as Tate because it's like, yo, why is Tate up in the tree with the girl? You understand?
You ain't climbing no
Yeah,
tree.
but
You really fucking climb stairs about tree. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I Tate up in which tree? What tree is it? What tree is it? What tree? Is it a dead tree? Is it a stump? What fucking tree?
Can you
I'm
imagine?
saying, bro. What are you talking about? You know what tree? Oh, Tate's in the tree. Riddle me this.
he got you there. He got you.
Of all the things I might hear in my life, I'm never hearing that. If anybody told me that you went to Carnival as Darnell, not Tate, as Darnell, and they saw you in a tree, I would slap that person. I would slap them, whatever color they were, I would slap them to the opposite color. You're not tricking me with that nonsense. Climbing which tree?
This is what I'm talking about.
Bro, if you
I want to do these
I will
things.
pay to see that. Where do you want to go? I'll buy the ticket. Where do you want to go? I will buy the ticket.
Miami.
No.
Daytona Beach, Embry.
No.
Can you see that?
No, never.
I can't see Tate climbing no tree.
Never.
Bro, he just about gets up the
Can you
stairs
even
in
reach the
Scala.
first block?
He don't-
You know what, yeah?
Do you know how many years we've been in Scala playing on the top floor? I've seen Tate up there twice. Twice. In the entirety of Soca
climb the
Frenzy,
stairs.
being in Scala. You know the spiral? The spiral. The spiral. Twice. We're resident there. We were there every month for like, what, 7, 8 years before it reduced to what it is now?
Yeah.
Tate came up there twice. At best.
We said no stamina.
Bro, he was giving himself chest compressions.
No stamina.
No, that's a lie. But I very rarely see you on the top floor. Very, very rarely. Tell me I'm lying.
What does that have to do with me on a tree?
Heights! If you won't climb stairs and they're safe, you're going to scale a tree? Okay, Jaguar. All right.
Listen.
All right. All of a sudden,
All right, in 2016, we went St. Lucia, coincidentally with Soca Frenzy.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was in DJ mode whole time and I didn't enjoy myself until we were getting conned by this driver that Shaker hooked me up. Yeah, fuck you, Shaker. And he, the guy was robbing we. So then I ended up finding this other guy
Pause.
and this other driver.
Better.
Yeah. And the original driver, he wanted for per trip, right? 75 US, no matter where we go, for everybody per trip. So one
From each person.
from each person going and coming.
Sounds
Right?
fair.
Returning.
That sounds fair.
Sounds fair.
The trip is 2 minutes right by the wharf.
Walk.
We never know. We don't know.
Oh.
Remember, we didn't know what's
The
going
days
on.
before Uber, man.
Huh?
This is
Yeah.
the days before Uber, so you didn't
Yeah,
even
you
know
didn't know
these
where
days.
Yeah, we don't know where things are. So boom.
They didn't have maps.
Bruv, we said, look, you know what they had? Pokemon Go. That's what I was trying to find, a
Pokemon
Pokemon.
Go could figure out the maps of St. Lucia. You couldn't figure out.
Anyway, so we found this guy, and the guy's like, look, give me 25 US a day for all y'all, and he take me everywhere. So we went to this, Shaker took me to this dead-ass pool party. And then the man come at the pool party and say, yo, this ain't look fucking sad. I say, yeah. He's like, what are you doing tonight? I said, we just going by some other posh party. He's like, now come with me to Grosile. So we go Grosile, and that, my friend,
Was it the Friday night party?
yep.
Lit every single week. I went in 2002. And I remember it, I was 8. I was 9. Absolutely lit.
Wait, what you using tree?
Lit, yo. Listen, yo.
guy's mother?
Lit.
Who's this guy's parents, bro? 9 years old, girls lit.
My dad took me and my sister in. Yo, lit. And it's still every single Friday from then.
Listen,
I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you. Did you climb the tree?
I climbed the porch.
Oh, man. You should have just lied and said yes, man.
You told us a whole fucking story with a beginning, a middle, a little breakdown to tell me you climbed the porch.
Listen to me.
How many stairs was it on the porch? 3?
At the veranda.
What are you talking about? Bro?
Just one step of veranda.
Listen to me.
One step up. One step up.
I was lit.
That's why you thought climbing the porch was amazing.
I was lit.
What'd you get up there? Was that you got like Rocky?
That's when I first heard Pandas that night.
Panda. Yeah.
And
As in-
from that the song Pandas.
Designer
Pandas.
or the solution version?
No, yeah,
Solution version.
Mac 11.
Mac 11,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's when I first heard it. And then you go laugh. I climb up the porch to ask the DJ, yo, what the fuck is this? And he says Mac 11. I was like, who? Machu? He's like, yeah. He's like, English boy, you know tune? And then from them it's just English, and from that I was not Tate anymore. I was myself. So until I can go a carnival where I can do that,
Climb porch.
I think this is such a sad story, bro. I thought this was going to be a good story. This is just a sad story, bro. This is so depressing.
Till he can climb porch.
Bro, that is the most depressing story. for,
That
a,
ain't depressing.
For a man that gets booked on Uber Soca Cruise, a boat that
No,
travels,
a ship,
a, sh-
a cruise ship.
a slave ship
floating
that
ship.
travels to
Jesus
amazingly beautiful islands. Hop on and hop off. You have food, you have slides, you have
I'm
drinks.
sure it's an Oxfam commercial.
Fam, this guy, no, it's not Uber Soca Cruise. It's any cruise, really. Almost any cruise. But this is someone that travels, goes to Paris.
Simplicity.
With the
Jigga, jigga.
Guadeloupans and the Martinique. This guy
Simplicity.
travels. And you're telling me your most amazing time
Who's climbing a porch?
climbing up
A porch in St. Lucia
this little
to find out where the DJ was playing.
No,
this little porch monkey.
listen. Hold on.
Simplicity, I get it. Because
It's
simplicity.
it's me. Like I said. To be honest, it's just me, just being myself.
Yeah.
So why don't you
I get it.
Why don't
Why
you
don't you
just switch
retire?
off?
Why don't you retire?
Why did I retire?
No,
Why
I
don't you
don't.
retire?
Nah, bruv.
Why don't you just switch off?
Nah,
You want the money? You want the money? That's right.
How much money is enough?
Huh?
How much is enough?
Bookings.
Keep them coming.
He
Keep
didn't
them
even say
coming.
money, he just said bookings.
Yeah, Olympia pays well though, so you should be okay.
I know, right?
Hey,
you know I only play one.
hey,
You know I
hey.
only played one Olympia last year.
You did better than me.
I'm telling you.
Wait there, buddy.
You did better than me.
One Olympia last year, Playboy. One.
Yeah, I think Kal-I is the leader on this one.
Yeah. Levels, how much Olympia you play?
All of them.
How much Olympia you play, Levels?
Right. I've dreamed on holiday at you for any of the 6 events this year.
Nah, bro.
What about you? The holiday
Not a
you?
text, not a call.
Yeah.
Dream like, bro, dream
I
like
know,
no,
I
no,
know.
He
No,
lying. You know more than what you're talking
Oh,
about.
so you got the holiday? Oh, that's good. We didn't get the holiday.
No.
We had a vague conversation. Yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna throw him under the bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
That conversation
Get
does
boxed.
entail.
Yes.
So you really should shut up about that.
Wait, what have I done?
Yeah, because
What?
names were mentioned, then you should just shut up. Just shut up. We'll talk off camera.
I'll talk to camera. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tate, man.
Yeah, it's like, don't apologize to the porch monkey. Don't do that.
Porch monkey, you know.
That's such a good time. This
Like, you know what it is, yeah? It's because I'm so desperate for bookings, so I need, like, you need to help me out and shit.
See, St. Lucia.
Does anybody
Does anyone
believe this nonsense?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
That's why I stopped. I didn't want to make it.
God!
He's what's wrong
with you, man?
That is happiness.
Yeah.
I know you are funny.
Were you bald then?
Huh?
Were you bald then?
Yeah.
What were you about to ask before?
Does anyone believe this nonsensical statement?
No, I want more
That
bookings.
you're desperate for bookings?
No, I do want more bookings.
When you're desperate for bookings.
I am.
statement.
Ain't it you who fall asleep in the car say you're fed up of having 4 bookings in one night?
It was free, actually. It was free. Yeah, I did fall asleep in the car.
The semantics here doesn't change.
Yeah.
Look, how much money is enough money?
For me?
No, in general, that's what I mean. I want more bookings because how much money is
Oh, I
enough?
thought you were asking me the question.
Life is expensive, man.
Life is as expensive as you make it.
Second?
Life is as expensive as you make it.
No, 100%. That's true. That's
See,
definitely true.
enjoyment.
It's a vibe still.
Wait. Is that the porch?
Nah.
This is a boat. It's not a porch, it's a boat.
Yeah.
It's a vibe still.
Yeah.
But the knee them look tired already. The knees look tired, bro.
Catch the scenery.
Exactly.
Are you like Papoose though? You see it?
What?
Like, do you see Papoose a little bit?
Yeah, I can,
Yeah, it's like Papoose
I
still.
can see it still.
Jesus Christ.
Where's that, St. Lucia?
Yeah.
You said you're going back this year?
I don't know.
I'm on it, you know.
I don't know.
So here's the
St.
question.
Lucia's in May.
So here's the question. Based on
July.
what
July,
you're
okay.
talking about,
Mhm.
is it, and this is the question for all of you guys, is it difficult for you to separate the business of you being a DJ or events organizer from you actually enjoying events?
No.
Yes.
And okay.
No.
So no, so there's nothing to explain. But
Compartmentalize. Sometimes
explain for the viewers. Sorry.
All right,
explain for
elaborate
viewers.
on your question so I can explain better.
Okay, so based on what he's saying, he struggles to separate
Yeah,
the performer
the both,
from So I'm trying to understand: is that something that all DJs kind of toy with?
No,
or
I
is-
can enjoy it. I enjoy DJing. It's play for me. I prefer. Huh?
No.
Okay, yeah, but I can enjoy that. But that's what I mean. I can enjoy the party with a DJ. I don't have to be up there, you know. going
No,
like
that's
that.
what he's talking about. Can you enjoy it if you're not DJing?
If I'm not DJing,
Yeah.
ooh.
That's
That's what we're
question.
talking about. That's what I said no.
Okay, so I was on the wrong way.
No.
there.
Wait, did I not express
I
the
enjoyed
question?
I enjoyed some of the parties in Trinidad.
Okay.
Yes,
so Sunrise
yeah.
especially, that was
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about you, Kal-I?
I find it difficult because
You're a liar.
no, sometimes it is. Sometimes if I get in my own little vibe, I'm
Kal-I.
alright. But I find it very difficult because
Bless you. Cat says.
yeah.
Kal-I, you're a liar.
Why do you think he's a liar?
I don't think.
Okay, why do you know he's a liar?
I equivocally know that Kal-I is lying.
Why do you assume he's a liar?
This is the only guy I know in the existence of human beings that finds a corner anywhere and breakdances. In almost
I can
every
do that, yes.
party, in anytime
I
Kal-I
can
gets
do that.
bored, he does two things. He sleeps
Yeah.
or he dances. And he's not dancing to nothing that's taking place. No fling, no gas, no flary. Kal-I's doing all his moonwalking business and in his own world.
He
playing
does
with his hair.
the robot to the drifter.
I know.
How?
So how are you telling me sometimes? You're a liar.
No, it is sometimes.
You're a liar, bro. The
Because
only time is sometimes
I
when
can't
you're
switch
asleep.
it. I'm always analyzing what's going on.
No, because he's been
Is that
at
what you
events
do?
with me, yeah, and he just looks bored the whole time. And he'll go on a host and show, and then he'll go back and just stand there like.
That's me as well. Like I'm judging DJs.
Yeah, I don't like the way DJs order stuff.
Disgusting,
like I can't party. For me to go and party in a soca party, I need to be drunk or high.
So you're saying the DJs aren't good?
No, because
Yes.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, he is.
I'm thinking as if I am going to play. So my mind is automatically on either, I like that. How can I take that and twist that into my way? Or I'm thinking, that is shit. And that is every single song.
Yeah.
Like on we're talking Uber. On Uber, it's 24 hours partying. You wake up 10 o'clock, there's a party happening.
Why I don't feel like you guys?
I sleep
I don't feel like
a
you guys.
lot.
What do you mean?
Why?
What do you-
I don't feel like that. I enjoy music. I enjoy clubs. I enjoy
Yeah,
parties.
but when it's delivered
No.
incorrectly.
No,
What I
still
consider
critique
enjoy.
it, but I enjoy seeing people have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I love
but
that.
I can't do that to the level I want to do it.
Because
to.
you're not the one providing the entertainment.
No, not that.
Grow on.
Not that. Because of it's work mode. I'll just automatically get into work mode.
Why don't you get out of it?
Yeah, to get out of it, I have some little pills that work excellently.
What pills?
What pills?
Which pill you have?
What pills?
Which pill you have to
What pills?
Don't worry about it, man.
Are they little and blue?
The blue pill.
What are you talking about?
The anger in his face. What are you talking about? What are you accusing me of?
No, but yeah, I have to be. You know why I enjoy myself?
When?
Put me in a drum and bass party.
Okay, fair enough.
Put me in a house. You know I love house.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could just be free.
Yeah, but I still don't understand that. I still don't understand that.
What?
Because I genuinely love to see people have a good time. So I could be anywhere. And even if the DJ is not on a good time, if the people are enjoying themselves, I enjoy that process.
No, I think you're a fucking
think-
liar.
Why?
Because you only go to parties that you're booked at, number one.
That's
Number
not
two, number
No,
two.
that's not true.
No, wait. And only parties he wants to be booked at when you go to.
That's not true.
And he wants a future booking. You're a liar, man. You're a liar. You know you're a liar as well. You're a liar. You're a liar.
You see this liar thing,
Only
it's
when
gonna
you
come
want,
back to you too, you know.
If you can see a route for a future booking, he'll be there. Yeah,
That's not true.
I promise you, it's true.
That's not true.
I promise you, it's true. 100% it's true. That's why you're smiling because you know it's true. And he knows it's true as well. And he knows it's true because you're a liar. You are a liar, man. Like,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think that he's not going out.
I wholeheartedly disagree with that. I wholeheartedly.
I said, when was the last time you went out? Just thought, no, let me go out. Like, I'm not really doing much today. I don't want to book it here in the future. I just want to go out and enjoy.
In fact, I'm going out on Friday.
where are you going?
I'm going to a Dynamics party.
Okay.
Dynamics Circle.
Circles. Okay.
Yeah.
Circles. Yeah.
I'm going to Dynamics party.
DJ now?
No, I'm
Just
not booked
go.
at all. Yeah, I mean, 100%.
Are you going out to dance?
I don't dance.
That's what I'm talking
No.
about.
He does.
Yeah, a little.
He picks up a high cholesterol woman.
But that's true.
That's on the floor. I know your game, man. I know your game.
Let's say high cholesterol.
I know your game, man.
Let's say high cholesterol.
I can't even deny
Not
it.
even
I can't
egg
even
yolk.
deny it. I can't even deny that. That is true.
Yeah,
I will not deny
100%.
that. I will not deny that.
I'm familiar with your game,
Yeah,
man.
it's not necessarily what I go out to do. But it tends to happen
It
from time
happens.
to time. It's from time to time.
You know.
Listen.
But you need to enjoy the whole process. Like
I
say
know
Johnson,
where I want to go to enjoy.
Do it more
Where?
often. Then? Why don't you do it more often?
So, all right, for me, you mean like go a carnival to enjoy?
No, just
like I
go.
went Trinidad and I did not enjoy Trinidad at all.
Why not? Though? Why not?
Which year?
So, 2016 for Full Extreme,
Okay.
and
yeah.
one of the reasons
No, that was
why
2017. That was 2017.
was it 2017?
But yeah.
Okay, that year, and the reason why I didn't enjoy it was I found a lot of the parties too pretentious. Their marketing online is very good, but the actual party-in experience, not the decor and the event production part, because it's top notch, but the party
actually enjoying themselves.
It's not even stush, but yeah, it's more of
Sorry,
programmed
I'm not promoting this. Yeah.
happiness.
What do you mean?
Whereas
Kyrie.
they only party to the songs that they're programmed to party to.
Okay.
So unless that's playing, it's zero
So it's like
vibe.
music snobs.
Not even music
No,
stuff.
it's like
They don't
Afrobeats.
even know.
Afrobeats lovers. Like, I'm not dancing to Afrobeats.
It's like dancehall.
You mean dancing like
Why
I
is
think
it like
any
dancehall?
any solid
genre.
yeah any
No,
any
no.
solid
What,
genre
this is
that
what
was
I'm talking about. Okay, Full Extreme was the song, and Float.
Okay, yeah.
And if it wasn't one of them two songs, no girl dancing, nobody jumping, they just So now I'm trying to get my vibe by feeling the energy of everyone around, and everyone just, and I'm just like, this is.
I think it's a catch-22, man.
Why is that?
Because people wait for other people to have a good time. And you shouldn't do that. You should just enjoy yourself in the circumstance, which is why I said he's a liar, because Kal-I waits for nobody to have a good time. And we're similarly the same. Like when we go out, we kind of bounce off of each other's energy, not whatever's taking place in the party. Remember, we're also vibe starters. So we're very much capable of looking at a party and going, we could
This
do
is what
X,
this
Y,
is
Z,
this is
da,
what
da,
it
da.
need to do
But
right
you
now.
also have to learn to switch
But you
up.
see what you just said there? You're bounce off at each buddy. The people I went with, they just discovered weed.
Pick your friends better, man. That's your fault.
That's true.
I don't even want to hear the rest
He
of that
said
story.
they
Pick
just
your
That
friends
should
better.
tell you
Yeah,
right
yeah,
away.
pick your friends better. I think in terms of the DJing and I'm not going to stay on this topic too long. It was just interesting based on what you were saying. I think there is no separation. So I like your process where you're like, I just enjoy what I do. It's fun for me. And that's what it should be. When you get really good at something, it's second nature. You get me? So you should be able to kick back and hear a DJ and be like, oh, I'm doing the best, but is everyone enjoying themselves? Because I used to be really critical about like hyperspeed mixing. You know, when the sync buttons on,
the uni DJs.
DJ juggling. where they
You
play
mean with
plus
the master
20,
tempo
plus
off?
50, they play really fast.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, I don't like that. But then I would stand around, and me and Kal-I would stand around and be like,
And then
but people are enjoying themselves. They
yeah,
don't
so
care.
why
So why am I bothered? Do you get what I'm saying?
goes back to the
But
balance
I
talk that
know
we had a couple weeks
personally,
ago.
we won't do that because we have certain level of appreciation for the craft that we are in. So we would pick and choose how we deliver the music. But if they're delivering it that way and it works for them,
And the crowd
more
works.
fire to you, bro. Yeah. That's why I'm able to enjoy parties because I no longer care what they do. I used to be, I want to be here. So I get what you're saying about going to places for the bookings. I used to do that. I used to go places so I'll be in the right spaces to put myself in certain conversations. But I don't really do that. I go out now and I remember, I think I was telling you when I was telling vibes and I was telling facts. Stop taking up the microphone. Leave it alone. Let them drown.
What do you mean?
Stop saving parties. Like
Yeah.
like
We
will go and
stopped
shout.
doing
Like
that.
you said it earlier. I've said it to him a million times. Stop giving away your talent. You're
stopped-
here now.
Let
We
them pay.
stopped doing
Let
that.
them pay or leave it
You'll
alone.
never catch me do it.
Yeah, same.
If I'm not
But I
booked, I'm
used to.
bringing my laptop up.
Yeah, same.
No
This
way.
this is one of the
bring out
reasons
the
why
car.
I don't like going parties that I'm not booked at.
Wow.
Because I've been to parties where I had a party where I was not even in the country, and a man go on Facebook telling me I in the party playing shit.
Who's the man?
Probably
Do I
true.
know him?
Yeah, you do. He booked you. Booked all of you.
Who is it?
Cairo.
Nah, don't worry
Okay,
about
that's
it.
how I know.
Don't worry about it. Don't
Yeah, but
worry
it's
about
probably
it.
true though.
He wasn't even in the
I wasn't even in the country. That's the part that really.
I don't believe you. I think you were here.
You think I was here?
I think you were playing shit.
So was I.
What party was this?
It was.
Don't say the party. He's gonna sidetrack and figure out. Don't say the party.
No, I'll tell him later. I'll tell you later. But no, you won't have known the party.
Not on camera.
But I would have told you. So what happened was I was booked to play, but I wasn't in the country.
Did you know that before the booking came in?
No, I was booked for that, and then an international booking came.
So you took the international.
Of course.
Yeah, criminal.
Of course.
Wait, you
Would
did that
you
to
not?
me? Like, you did that to me.
No, no.
You did that to me at Deja Vu, remember?
Hey,
You did that to me. You did that to me.
hey, nigga.
Exactly,
talking about me.
Oh, I'm in Paris. No, I'm in French
We ain't talking about me.
No, well, I'm
This
letting
is
you know.
about Darnell.
Nah, I'm talking about you.
So can we disparage
Talking about
Darnell
you.
first?
You did that to me as well.
Let me wait my turn. Let's disparage Darnell first, and then maybe we can move on.
Okay.
So you had. So this is a good subject. This is actually an interesting question. So if you get a local booking, and you've taken a local booking, and you've committed to that local booking, and then an international booking comes afterwards, are you more inclined to dismiss the original booking that you committed to?
Levels could answer that question for me.
Yeah, he does an international booking instead.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, there's 3 episodes in there. There's Playing Crashing Out. There's
No, he's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so just edit
Yeah.
that out.
That's what we do.
Man,
All right,
man them
understand.
chat, innit? So it's gonna happen.
Random chat.
Every time you start arguing about
It's him. It's him. I'm fine with the conversation.
I'm fine
That's
with
what
it.
we are, innit?
It's him. I don't know. I don't know what man wants to talk about.
What was
You wanna talk
the
about What you
Jamaican
wanna talk about?
jacket thing?
Oh,
What was this
the
Jamaican jacket
Jamaican
topic?
the survey.
Boy,
You're probably,
paternity fraud is
you
high.
probably got a couple of them, innit?
Hey,
Hey, buddy. Hey there.
You got a couple of Monclairs out there, innit?
Hey
knock
there,
off,
pal.
mate.
Hey
Not
there.
me, not me.
Let me get a good transition. So yeah, back to where we was talking about. Levels.
Yo,
We hear about you.
yeah, man. Boy.
That was a razor
I have
sharp.
one child. I have one child and one child only.
That you know.
Huh?
That you know. That you know.
I believe in immaculate conception, so I don't actually engage in those activities.
Do you know what immaculate conception is?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Jesus.
The lady was sent to me.
Didn't you just say Hamdallah, something like
the birds
that?
and the bees.
Huh?
Yeah? The birds and the bees.
Yeah,
The stork just dropped off your son.
Yeah.
Kal-I, what's the reason why we brought up that? What's going on in Jamaica?
Boy.
Our girl.
Moschino, Versace for the jackets, man.
Moncler.
Moncler.
Canada Goose.
No, I seriously
face.
don't know what's going on.
There's a paternity. I think they've just done like a general paternity testing of a certain percentage of women, and it turns out that the children that they've been given to the men, I think it was like 60 to 80% of them.
Hold on. Are they just have they tested whether to see if the mums are related as well? Because it could be a case where children are getting swapped. Who knows? So are both parents being tested, or is it just the dad?
It was a paternity. It was
Paternity.
That's what I'm saying. So how do we know that children aren't being swapped in the hospital and it's none of the parents?
So
That's one excuse.
we're going with the conspiracy.
That's one excuse.
I can't even hear you, bro.
That's the
We're going with the
conspiracy.
child swapping conspiracy.
Boy, you never know.
I did watch something the other day where a woman teeth baby out of hospital.
It's a paternity law, and it was done by different parishes. So different parishes had different percentages.
So what is the punishment?
Well, that's what they're working on now. They want to make
Yeah.
it mandatory for
DNA
DNA testing.
But
Serious?
Listen, guys, listen to me. Any woman that gets upset if you ask her for a DNA test is not the woman for you. Yeah?
Or is the child yours?
Boy, why would a woman get upset by that? There's
You're
Because it
questioning
sounds
her
like
job.
you
oh,
don't
it's
trust her.
you don't try. Yeah, maybe I don't. DNA test. DNA. I'm sorry. Listen. You know what? You know what's annoying? Wait, I'm being so serious.
This one hit home. This one hit home, boy.
Listen.
Yeah, we're listening.
Women will never question maternity. It's come from them.
Yeah.
Why can't they offer us that grace, that peace of mind? Why is it an issue?
I don't think it's an issue.
Because
I
they
get what
don't
you're saying.
feel like you trust them when they.
That's a bullshit excuse.
that's what they-
That is bullshit.
100%.
It's bullshit
100%.
excuse. If they had nothing to hide, they will do the paternity test. Yeah, I'll do a test just to put my lover at peace of mind. It's a bullshit excuse. Oh, you don't trust me.
Not in every
No,
case
I
that
don't.
the person is their lover.
That same woman will go through your phone.
What do you think is a appropriate punishment for this?
25 years in prison. You think I'm joking?
With your head.
I think that's a bit light.
I think that's like.
Do you know how wicked it is to give another man a child?
light.
I think that is wicked.
I think that's like.
You
I think that is
she knew?
wicked. I think a woman knows if she's been having sex with
25
two
years.
guys or
Of
more
course,
than one
yeah.
guy.
25 years, followed by 10 years hard labor,
And lashings.
and followed by 5 years of lashes, 25 lashes.
Jesus. That's nice.
Yeah, I think 50 years is good.
15 years solitary
The
confinement.
average,
So who's going to look after the child?
Grandparents.
government. At this point, it don't matter.
Yeah,
because
orphanage.
she was gonna give it to a complete stranger anyway. So at this point, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. That child's gonna just be at home skipping.
Jesus Christ.
So what would you do in that situation?
That's
As a
my
man?
question.
If your wife you found out that you did it, you're like, you know what, my child's 4 now, she's not looking at me, she's just like the guy across the road. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You do a test.
Montoya, por favor.
No, but seriously.
No, seriously, what would I do? Well, my first thing is, I go ball. No, I go get angry first. then I'm gonna look at and say, yo, what the actual fuck? How
No, but
close
he-
am I with the child?
No, but he didn't say that. He said, "What if
4
you
years,
felt like?"
Oh, felt.
Yeah, so it's not. She's not said it's not yours or nothing. You've just kind of the child is 4, and you're now kind of look like Kal-I.
Oh yeah, I'll ask for the DNA test. I'll pluck the hair out and take it and
So
leave
you
it
would do
right.
it without permission. You would do it without speaking to your partner.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll get the results, and then I'll organize.
And then we will
if it's
open
not my
it together.
child, organize a little birthday
No,
party
I
for
know,
the
hold
child.
on. No, you don't get to talk. Now, so what would you do?
Go.
Yeah.
So now the child don't
And
look
you
like.
open
Here's,
it
here's the
together.
circumstance.
Yeah.
The child is looking less and less like you, and you have doubts. The child is 4 years old, and you're now
Looking like an Indian.
you're at a dilemma of what you want to do. So how would you approach the situation?
Big and serious.
Yeah.
How close am I with the child? That's a serious
It's your
question.
child.
years.
It's your child.
So it's my,
You've raised the you. That's your child. Well,
Yeah, that's a
well,
hard
well,
one.
well.
I know what you mean.
Up until this point.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You see, the thing is, I personally, knowing myself, I wouldn't want to punish the child of whatever bond and relationship that we have. But we would now not be father and son or father and daughter.
So what would
and
you
we
do?
won't. No, I'm leaving the woman, and I'm now Uncle Tate.
So you'd get a DNA test done, or you?
Yeah.
Would you not have the conversation with the partner? You just do it.
No, women lie.
Okay. All right. What about you? What would you do?
It's a difficult one.
For you, because you're Mr. Nice Guy.
That's what I'm saying. Remember, he said that the girl said he's the wife now.
Man, I raise everyone's kids. You know?
Everyone's nice
So
until you're in those
Because
situations.
I'm waiting for his answer. What would you do?
Oh, we know his answer.
Wait.
We know his answer.
4 years.
Yeah.
So that means you clean the child shit.
What would you do?
And obviously he's 4 years in. I still have to look after the child.
Yeah, I joke around and say I'll do this and that, but
I still have to
What
look
would
after
4 years in,
What would you do?
honestly, 4 years in.
4 years in.
One, I can't say from a point of not being there, so I'm just guessing right now.
Yeah.
But
It's a
4
hypothetical.
years in, you're living with the child every day. The child's waking up calling you daddy. There's so much innocence in the child as well. You're happy. I'm definitely leaving the woman, 100%.
Yeah.
But
100.
That
Leaving
child
that.
there.
Yeah,
Thing
I'll
is,
be
4
uncle.
years isn't a long time in the grand scheme of things, isn't it? You see what I'm saying? Would you think you would look at that child the same way?
I'm just waiting for you to
Yeah,
answer.
I don't honestly, bro. I
I'm
don't know
waiting for you
what.
lot to,
So-
I'm waiting for you lot to ask
don't
me,
think- I
'cause
don't-
feel like I deserve to
I-
answer
Okay,
this
what
question.
do you
won't-
think you do?
Because the subject's about to change here. Go on.
No. I would, when you say look at the child in the same way, I would still have an affection for the child,
Yeah.
but I will still do fatherly things. But I ain't your father.
So if the child calls you daddy, you gotta say slap it in the mouth.
Uncle.
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 No, but you're saying at 4 years old, yes, you spent a lot of time in there, right? But do you remember anyone that was around you when you were 4? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
100%.
nursery, bro.
It's my turn though. so-
What you say?
Director, you're on the wrong shot all the time, you know. You should have added the fourth, yeah.
So,
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have an apprentice running the board.
Nacho, what's your answer?
Based on the conversation, I don't think anyone's really answered the question. The question was, you have doubts. That was the question. 4 years
Okay.
in, you have doubts. What would be your procedure from that doubt? So your procedure would be to secretly do a DNA test.
Yeah.
That would, and then wait for the results. And then once the results are in, you would then do what?
Yeah, I'm going to approach her and say, hey.
Let's start with hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's wrong with you?
Now I'm going to be like, hey, you want me to get the whole visual?
No, just tell me what you think.
No. Hey, listen. I went and I've done this, and this is what is come about.
Right. Okay.
So I really don't have any more conversation to have from there.
Right. So you're out.
Yeah.
You're looking after the child. Are you staying with the woman or you're out?
I'm out from the
depends,
woman. I'm not out
depends.
from the child's life.
What does it depend on?
Depends on how we bond.
You're both good. Everything is good.
You and the child, or
You and the child, you
or
and the woman. Everything is good. You're in.
Right.
You're in.
All right. Pick
Are you in or you out? You said you'd leave the woman.
So thinking about it, it's very contextual. If it's a thing where me and the woman were lightly seeing each other, nothing exclusive at the time she conceived, so she honestly thought it was mine, then yes. If it's a thing where we were together for 8 years before that and she actually stepped out and cheated, would I stay? I don't know. But deep down, I'm not a woman, so I don't know. But I do think women know who gets them pregnant.
Anyway, I'm gonna answer the question.
So are you saying?
There's a bunch of men on here that's confused.
No, I'm lying. I'm gone, man. I'm lying. I'm gone.
Unequivocal evidence that the youth's not mine.
I'm gone.
Go find the pooper. Go find him. And when you go find him, give me back my money that was spent on the picnic. Child support, nappies, shoes. I can't get back the time. I can't get back the. Give me everything else.
But this
back.
is what I said.
Every single stroke I'm putting in your pum pum, give me back. I want everything back. I want my keys back. I want the house back.
Pause.
I want house. I want everything that I did in those 4 years that benefit that picnic. Give me back my stuff. Every time that picnic they call me daddy, no want him uncall me daddy. Go find your papa and call me friend. Me no want nothing to do with she, and I want. Do you know how deep that lie is, bro?
It is.
No, it's crazy.
Do you know how deep that lie is?
That's what
Your parents think they're grandparents.
Not even
Your siblings think they're aunties and uncles.
Bruv, it's an entire
Crazy,
family tree.
crazy. The embarrassment on you as well. Nah,
Worse,
it's crazy.
you said if it was a casual relationship. I don't even care if it's casual.
Neither do I.
I didn't care.
But I was being politically correct.
If we didn't know,
I'm gone.
If we didn't know, right? You know who you slept with around the same time as me.
100%.
I don't know who you slept with. So you know
That's
that
true.
you knew that there's a
There's a chance.
potential. It might not be mine. So you could have given me the opportunity to say,
Yes,
if it's
no.
not mine,
Yeah,
cool,
boom, boom, boom.
I'll stick around. But if it is,
No, I
if
agree,
it is-
I agree.
Nah, bro, I'm out, bro. I'm out, bro. And I wish you every piece
That
of
woman
bad
will
luck.
never see me again, though.
For the next 4 years, I wish
Wait
you
till
every
the child
piece
will
of...
never see you again.
100%.
The woman.
The woman and the child will never.
The child can't
As
see
innocent
me.
as the child is,
The
it's not
picnic can't
child's
see me.
fault, but life is
The
tough.
mumma can't
So
see me.
now you know your
Put the
mum's a
mic.
whore.
Put the
So
mic.
it's not my problem. Huh?
Bro,
Aim the mic.
no, bro.
Aim the mic was on
No.
your chest.
With all due respect, that kid goes from hugs to... Best of luck in your existence,
Nah, I
bro.
can't do that.
You're going to turn around and say, oh, my dad, that
You
wasn't
know
my
what
dad.
it
gave me."
is? You know I noticed they used to have
Yeah.
kids, innit?
Yeah, it's true.
And
It's
we
true.
don't. So we probably
you
have
can live
a
in this romanticized-
No, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. We have a
Imagine finding out your
romanticized-
child wasn't your child.
Me.
That pain, listen, that pain would be unimaginable.
I would need a year holiday. I would. My child is 17, bro.
Wait, what?
My child is 17.
I thought she was like 11.
Nah, bro.
The other day she was 11. She just
Bro,
started secondary school.
I'm out in listen, I'm out in
She's finished
in
that.
3 weeks with good behavior.
Okay.
With
I'm
good
out.
behavior.
Like I'm on probation. Wait, uncle. She's
She
18
can
in
go
March.
scholar in that.
Yeah, she coming to my birthday.
Oh, swear
Yeah,
down.
100%.
Oh, by the way, am I booked for your birthday?
Yeah, all of you are. All of you are.
What date?
21st.
March, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
All of you
Shit,
are.
wait.
That's your problem, man. If you can't make it, I don't care.
I might not be here. I might not be
He
here.
is. I've not. The people on the podcast. Yeah, not the people on the coach. No, I do not.
Yeah, that's there.
No, bro. You cannot give me a child that's not mine. And if I find out, that is one of the most devious lies you can tell.
Yeah, it's a dangerous
And you
one.
had 4 years to come to me and say to me, I messed up.
It could be, yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
talk about this? Huh? No, but you had the opportunity to do that. You can have the conversation.
Yo, come, Sheldon. Let's take a read. Come.
Yo, man, I rasta.
Oh, you said there's no conversation? Okay, I thought you were disagreeing. Okay, yeah.
Nah, there's no conversation to be had.
None.
That's why I said there's no conversation to have with the woman.
9 months, you're all taking
No,
pictures,
you
photo
should- bro,
shoot,
you should've
hugging her
got-
belly
Baby,
from behind,
baby, what do you
kissing
call
her
it?
stomach.
If you was a woman
Oh my
who
God,
was
it's
sure,
kicking. Nah, I'm good,
You
man.
could have
I'm
got rid of
good.
the child. If
I'm
you
good.
weren't sure, you don't even know who the father is. You yourself don't even know who the father is. You gave it to me because I'm the most stable person. I'm the best option. Yeah, I'm surety.
Or maybe your second choice, and the father just said, "No,
That's
piss
what I
off."
said. I'm the best option. So me a claffy. Yeah?
Yeah, but that pain must be
Yo,
unimaginable.
perspective. I'm holding my heart.
That perspective is
Can't
different.
do
bro.
that,
I'm
bro.
holding my heart.
The whole
There's a
time
lot
I'm
of things
thinking
you can
about
do in
you.
life. Don't lie about a child. You know how that affects the child long term?
It does.
Even if you...
That child wants to find their dad, and
Yep.
he's like, "You're not
And
my,
now
you're not my dad."
Yep.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
You as a mom has robbed
Never
the
been
child.
my father anyway. Nah, I'm
Bruv,
good.
you won't even finish that sentence. What do you mean? I stuck around when I knew you weren't mine. What do you mean?
I'm good.
Nah.
It couldn't be me. I'm gone.
I can't do that.
If I found out my son wasn't mine, oh my God.
I'd be enraged. I'd be
Yo,
so
listen.
I don't even want to know what
I don't want to think about it.
Listen,
wanna
because we care about Supa Nytro, I'll be introducing the censor button.
I'm not being serious. I'm not gonna. I'm being serious. That's what I do with my pastime. Like, oh, Thursday. I don't do that. I wait out. Bow! I don't do that.
Talking about kids, would you be happy if your child followed in your footsteps, your career
Yes,
footsteps?
I have no problem with that.
What about you?
Yeah, I have no.
I have the kids.
But if you did,
You have that, not that you know. You don't have kids.
look at the cough. I have no kids. Bless you.
He definitely has kids.
On different continents.
100%
More than
like
likely.
it.
Nah, mate.
Couple French speaking ones. and
Probably have some light kids. Probably have mixed race kids as well. A couple of mixed race kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on swiftly.
Ooh.
We're not going to delve into that. What about you, Kal-I?
He has kids, 100%.
I believe so.
I'm 100%.
I believe he has kids. Yeah, I think so,
You
yeah.
have kids,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Couple in West London, couple in South, one in East. 100%.
I know he's got 2 in France. For sure.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
And I know he's got one in Guadeloupe. And one in not
Did
Guadeloupe,
she
French
move?
Guiana. French Guiana.
Yeah, did she move from Montpellier?
Well, she flew in to Montpellier. Flew in.
Oh, is actually a person? Whoa.
Yeah, she flew
Oh, yeah. I remember that night.
Well, you can have a lady watching, you know. You can have a lady watching.
So,
Line up the dates and that.
Is that the one?
If
Is that
she's
the one that
watching,
says she's
now's
your
the time
wife?
for DNA tests, boy.
Yeah, now's the time, boy.
Now's the time for DNA tests. boy.
You don't remember?
But nah, I think he has kids, man. I don't know. Yeah.
No, the real question I have when thinking about kids is not only following my footsteps, but let's say you want to choose a career for them growing up. If you had the choice,
You can't do that.
I'm asking if you had the choice or guide them.
I wouldn't want the choice.
So you won't want to see your kid. What's the word I want to use?
Successful
Yes.
in any plight, and you have to let kids figure themselves out, bro.
I'm not saying you're forcing it.
I
you know?
disagree. I highly disagree. I think everyone that's doing well, not everyone, but a lot of people are doing well, especially look at your footballers and the high earners. They've been, guided down a certain path.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? People giving their Serena Williams, Venus Williams, look at their dad.
Yep.
But look at them now, laughing.
Look at Michael.
Exactly. Michael
yeah.
Jackson, they're laughing. They're not innocent.
I mean, he's not laughing, but I understand what you mean.
Yeah. But yeah, I think as parents, we know the world better than our kids know the world, innit? We know the world way better than our kids
From
know
that
the world.
perspective, yes. But I wouldn't want my child to, at the age of 4, go into piano lessons
Why
for
not?
5 hours a day.
No, for 5 hours.
I
a
want
day.
my child to live and develop experiences. My job is to guide them. So
No, but-
I want to help my child figure out what they like and then do that.
Yeah, but
Not
how they do
what
that? They
I
do that.
think.
They do that by you giving them
By giving
the
them
opportunity.
options.
Yes.
One thing I'll say about piano lessons: start your kids on piano lessons as young as possible.
No, I agree. On anything
That-
you
I
do.
started
Yeah,
at
because
4.
anything.
their brains soak it up to a different
Same with
level.
languages.
Yeah, so learning the instruments use the same
Yeah.
brain patterns apparently as you learn in the language. So start your kids on piano as early as possible with it. One thing I'll say. But your kids will only know what's good for them and what they enjoy if you give them the opportunity to explore different pathways.
Correct.
So I think sometimes as parents, you got to kind of take control of that.
So one of the things is because I used to work in a school, and I could always tell. So it was a prep school, so private school, a lot of very rich politicians, etc., etc. And I can tell from about year 2, year 3, where your parents are guiding you towards in terms of the conversations I overhear these kids talking about. For instance, and I bring this up all the time. There was this young kid from South Africa, black kid, and it was my first week working in the school, so I did not get back my enhanced DBS yet. No, I just finished getting back my enhanced DBS, so I could walk around the school by myself now. So I was eating lunch. He came and he sat down to me, and he's like, "Do you know you're the only black person that's not a cleaning staff or the kitchen staff.
What, year 2 or year 3?
No, he was year 5.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. So I do what every typical, but that's why you have to go to school to learn and yada, 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 yeah? Yeah? That's fair, right? Go to school, learn and blah, blah, blah. Picks up a freaking carrot stick, look at me, just like how you doing, right? I don't have to learn. I'm going to be rich forever. I went, this fucking spoiled little black youth, right? He adopted white parents. The end of term. So where the school is next to Imperial Wharf helicopter pad. 500 meters away. The parents landed a helicopter in our school grounds to pick him up, to fly him to Stansted Airport, to get on a private
What was
jet
the
to New
occupation?
York.
What was the occupation?
The parents? Don't know.
Drug barons.
Don't know. Don't know. So the way how the school is, that kind of, if for you to know, there will be a trace. Because why do you want to know? When I tell you, when they had the whole thing of extraditing all these Russian oligarchs from London, my school was 60% empty. Right away. And what the government didn't tell you 2 weeks back, 2 weeks after, them 60, all the kids, everyone came back. They just went away for 2 weeks just to calm down whatever press, but never said that they all came back. So there are politician children come to my school. A very famous actor, the child has graduated now. What's his name? Jason Statham. I've met him walking in my hallway, just with his tall wife. I've met one of Lewis Hamilton's nieces or whatever used to come to the school. So the kind of children you have there, they're set up, but they're set up in a way where this is how the world is. So they're not being pushed to be no lawyer. They're not being pushed to be no doctor. They're pushed to be coders. They're pushed to be financier. They're learning what tax means. They're learning the value of actual money. Like the school taught a thing what's called a hidden curriculum, which is complete. I sat there and I said, this is how the rich stay rich. So you know how banks have a reserve of money. They have to have 10% as a bank in physical current.
It's called fractional reserve.
Yeah, it has to be 10%
Of the entirety, yes.
Right. If I have 10% and you have 10%, so if I have 10%, my potential is 100, right?
Correct.
Yep. But if I come together with if I put my 10% of money, yeah, with your 10%.
Yeah, so your 10% added to my financial 10%.
Right.
Yes.
We now have the financial power
200.
together of 200.
Correct, yes.
And they teach that in my school.
Yeah.
They teach that, but they teach it in a very hidden way. So as you go up in the school, that mentality is employed in you.
All right, so let me break your story time. And let me ask you a question. And this is a very interesting question that I've had for a while. Put on your phone levels. Okay, you involved in another question. So, is it the school's responsibility, the parents' responsibility, or the environment's responsibility to teach each individual about finance?
Parents.
And whose responsibility is it to learn about finance?
The parents.
Okay.
So you contradicted yourself then?
No.
No, I'm just
so the way I look at it is you have to break your own cycle. The world now, knowledge now is easy to gain. You have knowledge right in your phone right now. To learn something, it's easy and free. And if you want to learn it, not say you have to have a qualification in it, but if you want to learn about how to hide tax money, you can learn that online.
That's not the way we say it. We say be tax frugal.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you. But
Tate doesn't hide tax monies.
No,
by the way. It's
no,
just
I
in the
don't.
Just to be clear.
I don't.
From you don't know who in a HMC. I watched them YouTube videos.
Just to be clear.
They know. They know.
What's his name?
They know.
So your name's William. Okay,
Huh?
carry on.
Yeah.
No, you said his name already on the pod.
I know.
so you
Don't
can't-
worry. The beep coming.
No.
The beep coming.
God
The
damn.
beep coming. So boom.
Tax efficient.
So where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So if you are the ignorant one, and this might sound disrespectful, but if you grow up poor, right, and you see your parents struggling, right, you're not growing up poor in an isolated environment. You are seeing you go out in the world and you're working, you are going to mingle with somebody with more money than you. It's just, you are. And then if you're smart and you observe how did you do that? How did you do that?
So what do you think?
On what? Ask me a question.
The question is about whose responsibility it's for parents and for children to be financially
I think it's
sensible.
everyone's responsibility for a better
100%.
society. I think parents. I think it's everyone's individual responsibility.
But
As we
more so
become
the
parents, we
individual.
pass on.
But more so
What?
the individual.
Yeah, 100%. But as we become parents, we pass on what we know. The principles of money tend not to change. They've been the same for centuries. Our parents, our grandparents taught our parents bullshit knowledge, and our parents passed it on to us. Look after the pennies, and the pounds will look after themselves. Absolute bullshit. You spend time looking after the pennies, you're missing out on a whole heap of pounds. Mate.
Straight.
So yeah, so we weren't really passed on the best financial knowledge. We'll pass on, I'll just get any job. No, get a job that's worth your time. That's very time efficient.
Be a doctor.
Yeah. Even that, no.
Can't trade hours for money.
Can't trade hours for money. And
Unless that's something you love to do.
Yes, 100%. But we're not taught these things. We're taught, no, you got to go to school, learn, you're going to get a good job. And you spend 40 years paying off a mortgage, then you retire, and then you live off your pension.
And that's just the UK. In America, remember, it's all 80K to go to university. And that is forced into you.
Crazy. It's crazy. But the thing is, what people don't realize is that no one will ever get rich from a university degree. There's not one university degree that will get you rich. Not one. And the reason why I say that, you can get a good job, 100%, but anything someone else can teach you, they can teach someone else. So you're not special. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people that have acquired the higher paychecks have acquired some kind of specific knowledge about something that other people haven't clocked onto yet. So money's like a pyramid scheme. Whoever clocks onto certain trends, principles, concepts first, they get the money, and then it trickles. Everyone else starts following suit. But to get that, to be one of the first people, you have to be very on trend and realize and notice patterns a lot. So yeah, so I think if our parents kind of focused on teaching us these kind of principles, then you would have more money. Because the act of getting,
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
And they didn't bother
They
to
didn't
learn.
have, and it could be a thing where they didn't have the access to learn.
Everybody has access to learn.
No,
No,
but
back in the 70s?
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you'd have the if they
Not so easily.
not as easily, but there's
but
always
it's-
been access
So
there.
not,
Because
not
they-
so easy doesn't take away from the fact that it's
Yeah,
still,
it's there.
it's still
No,
there.
guys, let's be honest. There were people in the 70s that came from rags to riches, so
Correct.
it was doable.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
People wanted it.
Correct.
Yes.
So our parents must say, "Oh, we didn't have what you had. I haven't got what my child's generation have got."
Correct.
But we still learn. We still learn. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think wealth and poverty is a mindset. It's what you're willing to do to find your balance of success.
Within reason, because
Go on.
people in third world countries they can't get out of
I'm
that.
talking about here.
So yeah,
I'm talking about here.
So first world country.
I don't think. Well, this is fast becoming a third world one too. But
It's a third world country in the Gucci
quickly.
belt,
Yes.
basically. Yeah.
Very quick.
But people, I think there's a misconception. For example, I'm going to go into a little tirade or a little conversation. Just give me time to breathe. My mother and my father passed away 3 months apart from each other, right? My mother and my father came to this country as first generation Caribbean parents. And they came here, and me now in my 30s is understanding my parents were rich. They had land, they had house. In the Caribbean, they were rich. They came here and they were on benefits. They were poor. They came here and automatically were poor. My father died in January. My mother died in October. My mother had a life insurance of around £10,000. That entire life insurance was used to bury her. My father had dementia. He died from the complications of dementia after a 5-year struggle, 3 of those years non-verbal, and it got worse and worse and worse. And he had no life insurance. He had no pension. He had nothing. So he came from the generation of slaves where they said, work hard hard all your life. No planning, no financial stability, no set down something. So I had to bury my parents, and I buried 2 of my parents. If I didn't have money, they'd be in paupers' graves. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So what changed between my parents and I didn't want to live like them. I didn't want to die like them. I didn't want to live through my 30s doing a menial job, £30,000 a year, 35,000, 40,000 pounds a year. Because after 42, it's higher pay tax. I think it's 45, 42 and a half. So I didn't want to work in such a situation and then end up my dad died at 65, my mum at 66. So 66 years on earth and you die poor. So nothing could be passed to me. No future wealth could be passed to me. No house, no car, no inheritance, no mortgage. Not that I'm angry about it. They brought me here. That was their wealth for me. Because
How old were you when you came here?
I was 10.
Okay.
So the majority of my life is here. So being here, I saw wealth. Nobody had to tell me it was there. Some of my friends, their parents drove Rolls Royces. Some of my
You saw it.
I saw that.
Yes.
So I knew I wanted something to do with that. So my friend, my Caucasian friend Adam, his dad was a baker. His dad's dad was a baker. Dad was a baker. Adam is a failure. Adam didn't turn out. Well, his dad tried to make him a baker. He wasn't interested. But his dad passed down the business to him. So that's like 3-4 generations of our parents don't do that. Our parents can't do that. So that generational breakage has to come somewhere. Someone in the ethosphere. It's you.
In the family tree.
It's
Somewhere.
me.
Yeah.
We have to change that.
Yes.
So having a conversation with my ex now, my ex is saying to me, and I'm going to wrap up quick because I know people, I want to wrap up. My ex is saying to me, don't want to buy the house because I've set up a life insurance. And when I die, my child is going to get 180, 200 grand. And I says to my ex, that's good. That's good, right? You're having forethought. But why when you die? Why not be able to provide something to see the child, first house, first car? Why not have a nest egg that you can pass on in life and another one that you can pass on in death? Why do we value our lives in death?
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. I don't know what's
Neither do
happening. I would much rather give my child everything that I can give them now.
Listen, legacy means nothing. You're not even there to
I'm
see
not
it.
here to see it. I want to see my
it
child. You
doesn't mean
understand?
anything, yeah.
So that is what changed my mentality. That's why I PM'd you privately. That's why we have these conversations where I message man and I'm like, yo, we need different sources of income. We need income streams. We need to share the knowledge that we have with each other so that we can move things forward.
And you see that story where you said Adam, he was a failure, whatever. One of my not even mentors, but just somebody that I look is the same with the private school that I work at. And he as well is the same thing. He came from Sudan. And he came here and his parents saved up as much because all his parents were still back in Sudan.
Yeah.
And they saved up as much money to get him here. He was sleeping on a friend's house on the floor, and the friend was working as a cleaner in a pharmacy and brought him through. And then the pharmacist liked him and started teaching him about pharmacy, paid him to go to pharmacy school, and then invested money to him to run this pharmacy. And now the man is a multi-millionaire.
He's very
and
lucky.
back to what Levels was saying about college degrees. Came to me one time, and he's like, I could speak to you because me and you is the same. And he's like, all these white people around with their degrees and their fancy words, they look at me and think I'm a piece of shit. But guess what? They work for me.
Yeah, but you can make money, but you can't buy clothes.
I mean, he's very, if you see him, you would never think, not that you can tell a millionaire, but you will never think he's as clued on as he is. He doesn't own a car. He takes the tube and the bus every day. And now he's gaining the school. The school he's giving to his son. His son is my age. He's giving, so the son now is running the school. And what he did with the son was they all went to be lawyers in the city to gain whatever
accreditation.
Yeah, whatever they have to do when you're being a lawyer. And then boom, he told me, I sat them down and was like, look, right, enough working for
Everyone else.
this is what it is. So the daughter, she runs the housing empire. They have like 20 houses that they rent. It's ridiculous. So that's where my thinking was. He broke that for himself. He could have been like normal people who
Could have
come
been a janitor
here.
forever. Yeah, we could have stayed. But then again, he didn't really because he was very lucky. He had somebody that invested in him.
Yes.
That's different. That's
Okay, yes.
different.
But then, yeah, he still had to put the work in, though.
No, we're not arguing that.
Mhm,
But he didn't have to put the work in on his own. He didn't have to go out and figure stuff out. He didn't have to go out and build stuff. Somebody was so talented in him and ushered him into a better space.
Okay.
That's much more. If that person didn't have a pharmaceutical and decided, do you know what, you'd be good at running this business, he would still be in the same position. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just like that.
I like your mindset. Your mindset is acquiring knowledge. And Kal-I's mindset is acquiring knowledge and the application of knowledge. Those two mindsets are fantastic.
Yeah.
You can do anything if you're willing to learn what it is that you need to learn and do what it is you need to do financially.
And mentally,
But I
in
don't
other
know,
ways
I'm
as
broke
well.
anyway, so
I think everyone can get rich if they really want it. I think
agree.
everyone can get rich.
But preface, rich is perspective.
I was just
Well,
gonna
sorry,
say.
forget rich, wealthy.
Both.
Everyone can. No, what I'll say wealthy is my definition of wealth relates to time. So how long can you go
Perspective.
without working?
That's why I said it's perspective.
Yeah, but when I say wealth, I'm talking. So with wealth now, to acquire wealth, you have to have some sort of investment. Otherwise, you're working until the
Or
day
a
you
business.
die.
Or
Yeah,
a
so you have to have
product
some
that
kind of
sells.
something you
Something
sell,
that makes you
some
money.
kind of
Money
investment.
continue.
Either
Money
in
in your
a
sleep, innit?
yeah. So essentially, you're making money when you wake up. So some kind of business, some kind of warehouse that's churning out, some kind of
Products.
factory products.
Yeah, products.
Intellectual
Property.
property
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
anything, or physical property, anything. So I think everyone should kind of aim for that. Otherwise, you're working so that I know you might
That's
get
why I
socialist
asked you lot
views.
earlier, what's enough?
I don't think any one number will be enough because money has marginal utility, which means that after a certain point, it's pretty
Its
useless.
value goes down. Yeah.
So some you hear a lot of multi-millionaires say after 10 million, you just feel like, okay, this is nothing now. I don't need it anymore.
Money buys freedom.
Yes.
So how much does your freedom cost?
My freedom?
Yeah.
At this present moment in time?
I was just talking generally.
250,000 liquid. It can go up a bit, it can come down a bit. If I can maintain that amount of money, I'm fine.
Can't even
Yeah,
buy
so-
a house
so
cash
man-
in that.
I don't need a house.
Why not?
I don't want a house. That's not my aspiration.
So, okay.
Everyone has to have their own idea of where they
Yeah,
want their life
yeah,
to
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
your
Yeah.
dream is to own property, that won't be enough for you. If
100%.
your dream is to own multiple properties, that won't be enough for you.
No.
But I've come from nothing. So 250 for me is a lot of money. Does that mean that that's all I'm going to make? No. I might make more. But I'm saying for the rest of my life, if I had 250K in an account that stayed liquid, so all of the endeavors that I've done, whether it's streaming from music, YouTube, it keeps topping that account up. So it might go up to 275, come back down to 240, and it stays at 250. I'm fine with that for the rest of my life.
Okay.
I do not need a yacht. I do not need a helicopter. I do not need a 17-bedroom house, 9 toilets.
I need
and a
just four.
basement. I don't need a missile launching pad.
need
I don't
4.
need 7 cars. I don't need nine bitches. I don't need 12 kids. I don't need none of that stuff.
Yeah,
All
the
I need
karting.
is comfortability. For me, wealth, riches is comfortability.
But you got to remember though, you're talking from the point of view right now.
For me,
So when you have that, human needs will never stop. We always want more. So you're talking from a point of view where you're at now. You might acquire this in the next year, and you're like, okay, but I could do with this. I could do with that. So you just don't.
it
know.
won't change. For me, it won't
So
change.
for the last 10 years, have your wants always been the same?
No, my wants change,
Exactly.
but
that.
my needs remain the same.
But you don't need 250K. That's a want.
No, I don't. I don't.
So it's-
but
that's
my
part of your
needs,
wants.
my want is 250
Yeah.
comfortable.
But you're always gonna have wants. It's not.
But if my needs are met, the reason I say this is because there comes a point where you think to yourself, when do you stop? Do you understand?
if you're enjoying yourself, never.
Cool. But when do you, like, if you're working a 9 to 5, when do you stop? Like, when do you go, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I've had enough, right? Because if you've earned enough money or you are in a position where your money makes money, you don't necessarily have to go into work. You don't have to do X, Y, Z. And I don't want to do that forever. I don't want to work forever. I would rather take a
Right.
few trips and travel.
I left my 9 to 5 with $2,000 in my account, bro. I said never again.
You're a bad man. I left mine with 17.
That was 2016. I was
20.
broke. I said, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, same.
Is
I
that
left
when you
mine with
open your
28.
OnlyFans? And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we say
What? You
Good
can't
night.
drop on such a bombshell. That's what you left doing. What? 2016, you had OnlyFans.
Yeah, but he watches it.
And
That's how
we
he
said-
knows, isn't it?
Wait,
You're
what?
you're my only subscriber.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, good
That
night.
is it for tonight. Thank you. Cut.
That is it tonight.
Fucking hell.
See ya.
Fucking hell.